The last video I made for YouTube, I began by saying, let me tell you a story. And I'll begin this one, apart from what I've already said, in the same way. Let me tell you a story. And the story is about a handloom weaver called James Findlay. Now, he lived in Forfar. He was born in 1815. He died in 1896, a right old man. And he lived in a little village called Padanaram. Quite a nice little village, but little. As I say, he was a handloom weaver to trade, but as his life went on, he began to make violins. Now, who taught him, I don't know, but he became well known locally, and he sold, I presume, many violins to people he knew, friends, and people who came to look at his violins. He made over 500 in his lifetime, and he's well known. Well, I've always been a bit interested in James Findlay. I've seen two violins by him in the past, one very good one, which a friend of mine owns, and another one which is not so good, which I went to see somebody near Perth owned it, and it wasn't very well looked after, and it wasn't in good condition, so forget about that. However, just about 10 days ago, I think, I looked on eBay and found there was a violin by this James Findlay for sale, and I bought it. And it arrived yesterday. It was made in 1880, and here it is. It is quite a handsome violin, a little bit smaller than full size, but only a little bit. And there it is. In every way, a competent instrument. But of course, you never know how these things play until you try them. And this one, recently, has not been played at all. I understand from the seller that it hadn't been played for at least 15 years, and that prior to that it was owned by a South African who had brought it from South Africa, how it got there I don't know, to London, and who eventually gave it to the seller, who decided to sell it 15 years on. So this violin has, we fully to be expected that it had lost its voice a bit with all that inactivity, because violins like to be played. So this morning I played it a little bit, not very much. It still has the three old strings that it probably has had for the last 15 years. I put on a new string because there was no E string, and I played it to see if it was any good. Well, it's good. Considering how long it's been inactive, it's very good. So I thought, and I'm going to get this properly set up. I have a friend who's a professional maker, and she'll set it up as well as it can be set up, and we'll get a nice set of good new strings for it, so it will get better. And it will get better still if it's played quite a lot, because violins do. And so I thought I'd make a video of the same piece, just to celebrate its arrival, if you like, and to give it a slightly wider occurrence than it has in my kitchen here. So this is the slow movement, as I said, of Haydn's Lark Quartet, and I'll play it as well as I can, but really the idea is for people to hear the violin. That's the main thing. Let's hope the playing's not too bad as well. We get the 6 clicks which give me the tempo, and then away we go. Well, sorry, there's a little misadventure in the third last bar. Probably one or two others elsewhere. But that's what the violin sounds like. That's the clicking again. The same thing happened 2 days ago. And that's the click for the next movement of the quartet. You can see what the violin sounds like, and considering where it's been, how long it's been unused, it's pretty good. Well done, Mr. James Findlay.